I'm on the telephone with somebody who believes very much in His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. Tara Chow, can you actually let us hear your voice?
Hi, Dan Quinn. It is Tara Chow, the one and only Tara Chow. That's on Facebook. That is me. This is me. Very soon you'll see a video of me, a very short clip video of me. It won't be a YouTube video, but it will be from my phone to validate. And I do believe Dan is Maitreya. And my religion is Tibetan Buddhism. Maitreya stands for the next Buddha. And his cure is proof that he's Maitreya.
You know what? It's kind of a trip, but I was going to actually talk to you about whether I should say anything about that or not. Fact of the matter remains, if people went to emperors or biologists.com on the internet and for only $13.95 plus shipping for a 15-gram shake top bottle, they could prove a lot of things, Tara. And one of them is that I can actually make a liquid that's like the fountain of youth. What is the Dalai Lama's name? I don't want to mispronounce it.
He goes by the Dalai Lama.
Okay, he goes.
That's how he's referred to. He's not referred to by his name. He's referred to as the Dalai Lama. He worked hard to become a Lama, and when you address him, you address him as Your Holiness.
Your Holiness. Dan Quinn, a long time ago, used to, Tara, showing a picture of my arms raised in victory at Notre Dame. You've seen it, the Bingo Bouts poster. And back then, Dan Quinn was like a god on earth. And I'll tell you what, he might have been an asshole to, the lesser people around him. I don't know. But I've been sent on a path to meet people, to figure out that we're all equal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make you special if you're fast or you can catch a football or strike somebody out or hit a home run. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Would you agree with me that there's a disparity of tragedies in the world, and it's all based on income? And I'm saying I think that the root of all evil on this planet is actually money. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay. And we're going to go back to show a picture of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. Sir, Your Holiness, I can make a liquid that literally, it acts like the fountain of youth. We'll go back to this picture of toxins that look like soap, and then the stuff on the right. And at the beginning, that bottle was full, and I put stevia, I blended, soap floated, I got it out, I saved it, and the stuff on the left is what is making people around the world sick, and it's oozing throughout our body and coming out our pores, making us stink. And I'm saying right now that if everybody on the planet consumed what I call pure H2O on the right, there wouldn't really be a need for many soaps and stuff. I mean, it decreases the stink. I'm not getting sidetracked because it's all about, Tara, wouldn't you agree that it's all about nature? Okay?
That's right. It is all about nature. And when you come out here, which I'm going to try and make that happen sometime this summer, I'm going to take you to one of the centers or meditation centers, enlightenment institutes that I go to, which before you come out here, I'm going to fill them in on exactly what you do, okay? Because this is an organization that needs to hear what you do, okay? These are people that can help you get this off the ground. People that will, they need to know. You have Maitreya blasted on your stomach. You know what? I don't know anybody else that does that. You have a cure that basically is the next Buddha, okay? Buddhism is all about compassion, love, helping people, and that's exactly what Pure does. It helps people.
Well,
Okay? However, the Buddhist community is not aware of this because it's never been introduced to them. All right, but you can, and they can support you, not just financially, but they can also get the word out around the world.
when I was that kid back in Notre Dame,
Involved with, and they're very, very powerful community.
well, I need for somebody that's, you know, connected in some way to the world. You know what I think? I think the Matrix, not plugged into humans, not plugged into, you know, cocoons and you know, along some kind of wall, where all sitting in front of computers. Those of us that can have them, you know, wasting our lives away because we're so bored. And that's just the people that can afford that. I'm not talking about all the poor, okay, who are homeless and hungry in this country and around the world, that are going through it daily. It's like torture. It really is. And I've been tortured. You know, I'm showing a picture of that kid back then. I talked with Muhammad Ali, Your Holiness, and I'm not saying that to Tara Chow. I'm saying that to the Dalai Lama. But I said this to Muhammad Ali back then. I said, you know, it's bullshit that I'm fighting in a charity tournament that's going to send all the money to Bangladesh. Not that those people don't need it. You know, they need it just as much as the people down the street in South Bend, Indiana, who are poor and going through it. You know, they need it just as much or more. But if we can't take care of our own, we don't have any business taking care of anything else around the world. What do you think, Tara, with that right there?
It's true. It's true. Our own people have to come first. Our own country should always come first, even with our government. It doesn't. We spread our hands out into the entire world. You know, we're spreading ourselves too thin, and we can't take care of our own people, and something's wrong with that. You know, kids go to bed hungry every night. People are sleeping in the streets. People are dying in the streets. That's a problem. Big problem.
You know, it's a problem, and it's all interconnected. It's all interconnected to money in some way. All right, and I've seen it from the top to the bottom. I really have. When I was that kid back then, all right, I was rubbing elbows with, you know, well, I'm not going to name names, or should I? It doesn't matter. Guys that own $380 million companies. All right, John McDermott, and you know what? I wouldn't have given a shit, okay, about, you know, all the lesser people. Really, you know, I'll tell you what, America, Tara, this is my opinion. I think America is a colony of England, okay, used to do what they were doing directly, but to suppress the rest of the world. I think that our greed and I mean, we need more. I mean, it's hard to go back. You know, once you've experienced something, you know, it's hard to let it go and not get it over and over again in some ways. Wouldn't you agree? You know,
I agree.
Yeah, and so I think England has used America to set this almost impossible race, you know, for greed and gluttony. We're almost like the Sodom and Gomorrah. I mean, you know, we have shit happening here on the streets that are atrocious, and we're turning a blind eye to them here. If it's happening around the world because of our greed here, because we need more, and so, you know, we let the American government fool us into thinking they're actually fostering democracy around the world, when we're actually undermining, you know, the CIA assassinating people, overthrowing Iran, and was it Chile, elected governments, you know, and what it's doing, it's maintaining the status quo all over the world. And I'm saying, sir, to His Holiness, that big blenders all over the world blending that toxic shit out that, quote unquote, they sell us to use. And I'll tell you what, did you ever see that movie with Roddy Piper, Tara? It was they. You're not.
No,
You're not. Okay.
mm,
But like the evil that controls everything, that uses chemicals and despoils nature. I mean, we would clear an entire field of health. Okay, construct a plant to produce toxic shit. Okay, that's gonna ruin this planet. That's what we do. Would you agree, Tara?
yeah, I agree.
Okay, and you know what? I didn't really want to get into the Bible thing, but it's like this, sir, His Holiness. If women are used basically as childbearing sex slaves at many times the very best in way too many cases around the world, how many people is it going to take to eventually equate into the entire planet being a parking lot, or a road or garage? I mean, it has to stop. We have to actually bring some sanity back into what we're doing. And the only way that can happen is with a lot of money. And this is what I'm saying, sir. I'm saying that you put stevia into water and blend, and soap is going to float on the top. And those blenders right there, or not blenders, they're those jugs, those gallons, they can be constructed all over the United States and throughout the rest of the world on a big scale. And so at the bottom, on the front side, what you see is people going in to buy gallons of what is actually the cure. If you have cancer, if you have fat, if you have many things, most things, maybe not everything, some things genetic, this is not going to overcome that. But what it's going to do, it's going to free your body of what's holding it back and make it the best that it can be. And we sell it for a gallon or $1 a gallon all over the world. And then, some people like Woody Harrelson who are proponents. Is Woody a good guy, baby?
Is Woody? I think Woody's a good guy.
Okay, you know what? He's not doing enough. And guys like him aren't really.
No, he's not doing enough, but I think he's a good guy. I think he's got a good heart. He's definitely capable of doing more. And just so you know, there are a lot of celebrities in Hollywood that are Buddhists.
Okay, well, you know what? Saying and doing are two different things. And to those that say it and do it, great. We need to meet very soon. Will you, and I'm talking to you, baby, will you post videos that I make on YouTube for me on my channel? Because of what happened, Stevia, Gay Shantavi, maybe is just an alias, but that kid, you got my site shut down, supposedly the fucking president, excuse me for saying effing, right? Because we're on video. And is that acceptable, Tara?
Well, it's still freedom of speech.
Well, yeah, that kid, he cast himself into the starring center role. I want peace on this planet outside of the cage. And there shouldn't be any shooting. There shouldn't be anything going on. It's like all man-made contrivances. Planet Earth, basically, in essence, in definition, is man run amok. Okay, it's leading to nothing but war and overpopulation. And basically, Tara Chow, if I said that I think that men are only good for fucking and fighting, what would your what would your take on that be?
Some men.
Well, you know what? Point is, we're at 14 minutes, and I only have until 15. And it's like this, His Holiness, and I'll go back and I'll end it on him. If we get that toxic shit out of our water, we can save this planet. And if we don't, this planet's going to die. And a lot of people with it. And, this Maitreya thing, when I was that kid back then, I was cast under a curse. Don't know if it happened, at Notre Dame itself, if it was growing up in my family, but I need your help to actually, overthrow it and get the cure for the cure. Peace out.